You're listening to the Gettin Salty Experience podcast.
And we are back. Welcome back, Leatherhead Nation. We're back. Boom.
Boom.
We're here with a very unique show tonight. We're back.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Flex
nice.
is dropping bombs on you.
Boom.
Nice. I think we're going to call this, what do we say? We're going to call this Side Job Bob tonight, bro. We got our first episode of Side Job Bob.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because our guy's like a real deal firefighter, but
He's got his little hands in everything. His hands are all over the place.
What you mean you got one job, man? I got 37 jobs.
That's got like 37 jobs, bro.
The dude's running a fucking empire. Let's be honest here. Jesus.
Funny
Oof.
dude.
I
Very
think
funny dude.
I think he might possibly be the first person I have met that has more energy than that man in the top right corner.
And Coobs.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh, easily.
There's no doubt about it.
Easily. Coobs.
Plus, he's
gotta
younger.
keep it
He's a
up.
little younger. He's got a little more youth on you.
He's got a little more you. Yeah, man. Yeah. I tell you, I equate that to like the two bulls on top of the hill, right? You know that story, right?
No.
You don't know
What?
that? Two bulls are on top of a
An
hill. And
older bull and a younger bull.
older bull and a younger bull on top of the hill. And they see a whole bunch of female cows down there. So the little bull says, "Hey, why don't we run down there and fuck
One of those.
Why don't we run down there and fuck one of those cows?" And the older bull turns to him and says,
You couldn't say shtup. I mean,
why don't we walk down there and fuck them all?
What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Pete knew that one already. Yeah.
It was a good one, though.
It's a good one. Get a good one.
Life lesson.
Yes. You know, before we go on life lessons, let's do our thing, Pete.
Okay. Well, everybody knows, guys, at this point, that this is our time for our best and only current sponsor, but our best one. And here it is, Chief 360. Are your responders slowed down using outdated or unreliable technology? Chief 360 enhances operation with technology products that reduce response times and increase situational awareness. Chief 360 Station Alert is the most affordable and reliable alerting system on the market. Designed with health and cardiac wellness in mind, it uses escalating tones to alert and wake up responders. The system also uses both CAD and tone dispatching to ensure rapid, reliable alerting. Chief 360 Mobile offers an easy-to-use interface to get responders fast and accurate dispatching into the palm of their hands. When every second counts, rely on Chief 360. Check them out now at chief360.com. Again, that is chief360.com.
Excellent day. Because we are true Americans, Pete, because we bleed red, white, and blue, let's do that thing that we always do, hit it.
We cannot forget to pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Boom.
Amen, brother. Boom. Tell them about the scoop.
Even our guest, who is backstage right now, I can see him. He can't see us. I mean, he can see us, but I can see him. I can't hear him. He even put his hand across his heart, which tells you something about his character.
Yeah, man. But before we get to him, let's get to the super chat. Tell him about it, bro. Hit him up. Don't forget the super chat.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we don't have 8 million followers, so we have to make some money. You know what I mean?
Goodness gracious, the super chat. Well, what will happen is if you absolutely positively have to have a question answered, shoot it over in the super chat.
For a very funny guest tonight.
For a very funny, very entertaining guest. Yeah, guys, super chat is, you guys are ultimately the sponsors of our show, watching, and you guys have been very generous. So if you have a question that has to be answered, shoot it in the super chat, or if you just want to throw some cha-ching, go ahead and do that as well. Thank you very much. Boom.
So this guy happens to be one of the funniest guys, and I could tell you how.
Holy
so I was
shit.
driving with my wife yesterday in the car, and I told her to check this guy out. This is the guy we have on the show tomorrow night. And she was laughing out loud, hysterical in the car. And usually what I find funny, she doesn't really find that funny, but she found it very funny. So I was watching some more of his stuff today, and he's just, I'm laughing out loud. Funny guy, great entrepreneur, firefighter, does it all.
Funny how? How does he amuse you? He
Like
amuses you like a clown?
Yeah. And he's one of the brothers, getting it done, fighting fires, saving lives, brewing coffee. He does it all. Let's bring him in, bro. It's Jason Patton.
What's going on?
Oh, there he is.
Look at him. He looks good. He looks fresh. He just had. Woo! So I just want to say in the pre-show, I just wanted to say this. We're talking to him, and as we usually do with our guests, and out of nowhere, like a plate of chicken comes in with the lettuce, like he just got out of the restaurant.
Perfectly polished, manicured nails. And it's like this. Here, babe. Like,
he's like,
gives him a little tap on the head like this. Go ahead, eat up.
Gentlemen, I've been married for 2 months. So 2 months of marriage looks like.
That'll
be back on the podcast in 2 years.
Yeah. We'll see you in 20 years.
Here's your chicken. You want chicken?
Hey, by the way, those recliners that was in that Chief 360, like those things were gorgeous.
Right? Did you see they were like
custom made.
Custom made, bro. Yeah.
You got to get them a call.
God.
They got a lot of. You have those down in Florida? What are you talking about? No.
Not with my name on it. I mean, that was ridiculous. I just like he shows the recliners. It's like custom tones for you. I'm not getting out of those things. 0% chance I'm getting out of that recliner.
Listen, I told you guys nothing but the best for our audience, and that's Chief 360.
We get ours from grandma's house or a thrift shop.
Grandma's. Tell Jason how you brought the chair in that had the bed bugs in it, bro.
No, that was the one from in the street that I took out of the street. That was
Oh, you took it out of the street.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Good for you.
Yeah, bed bugs in the firehouse then.
Brandon, we got to run quick. We had to run at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And as we're leaving, there's a chair, a brand new office chair, brand new, plastic on it, in the street in front of the firehouse. So one of the guys just moves it to the side. We go on the run. We come back, and the chair is like it's still right there. So I jump in it, and now the guys are wheeling me around in the street 4 in the morning, right? So I'm like, this is a perfect chair to put like right at the rig. Well, not in the house watch, right by the where we used to have the roll call.
Right.
Everybody had like a different chair. So I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be my chair. It's like this chair, like high back, the whole thing, brand new, in the plastic. 2 days later, I come in, and no, I'm not even kidding. This is how it went down. We're sitting, like a round robin. The guys were all sitting in the circles, bullshitting. Who's got a cigar? Everybody's sitting around, and one of the guys is sitting in the chair, and he's got his bunker pants on, and we're just sitting there bullshitting. And he looks down on his pants, and he's like, "The hell is that?" And he's like this. He picks it up, he squishes it, Then he's like, I swear to God, Jay, he's like this. He's like, "What the hell is that?" So now I get this sinking feeling in my gut, like immediately. He stands up and they flip the chair over, and in all of the cracks, like all of the seam is like bed bugs, right? So we bring it out in the middle of the street, and they actually burned it in the middle of the street in Queens. They burned the whole thing. But by that time, guys had been sitting in that chair
and going upstairs.
Going upstairs.
So now,
you gotta get the dog.
Now we burned the entire fire.
Yeah, we burned the whole firehouse down. So basically, thank God nobody brought him home to the house. Like I was sick. I bought covers for the mattresses, and in the end, nothing ever came about it. But personally, on a personal note, then I had like those little plastic bugs, like little army men. I had plastic bugs all in my sock drawers, in my helmet, it was in my turnout coat. There was bugs. There was a picture of 5 bugs, like in a semicircle, with a big bug, like a cockroach, and it was like roll call team, Refrano,
that's one thing. Yeah, that's one thing you can never do in a fire station is get a name or anything like that. We had a guy that was like obsessed with his ketchup, bro. Like no one could touch his freaking ketchup, put ketchup in everything. So one day someone ate his ketchup, dude, and he lost his mind, dude. He was like screaming at people, "I want my freaking ketchup!" And the next shift he comes in, they had ketchup packets all the way around his helmet. It was like super glued to his helmet. He was just ketchup man from then on. That was it, man.
Dude, they still talk. I mean, they still Thank God nothing ever happened. But I mean, I would have never thought, but this is what you get when you take something out of the goddamn street, right? What are you
I
gonna
would
do?
never think that with a plastic cover. You would never.
I mean, it was brand new, dude. I'm not kidding. It
Somebody
wasn't
set you up there, bro. I think
I was gonna say that was dropped off by the cops.
I think it was the rescue. I think it was the rescue.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. All right, bro. So let's talk about your fire career before we get into all the other stuff that you got all your hands in over there. What made you want to? You originally from Florida, or you transplant?
No, I'm born and raised in Florida, which is a rarity in this area. We are actually heaven's waiting room for New York. So thank you so much. They all retire and come down here. And hang out. So,
not anymore, though. Now we're flooding Florida up, down, left, right, and center, man. These days,
they say like 20 families a day are moving to Florida now. It's insanity. The housing market down here is I've never seen it this crazy. If you're not bidding $60,000 over the asking price of a house, you're not going to get it. It's freaking nuts, man. So, but yeah, born and raised here. I was actually a mechanic. My father was a mechanic. I became a mechanic to kind of follow in his footsteps. 18 years old, started going to Ford Asset, was the name of the school. I go to it. And I become a mechanic, and about a year into it, I realized that I am the worst mechanic on the face of the planet. Like, I have zero attention span for it. I'm missing bolts almost every time I finish an engine.
Got some fat little fingers, you know what I mean? I can't
Bro, just bad. My favorite moment as a mechanic was when you're finished. I left and I was going to be a firefighter. They go through your toolbox, just for it's like protocol stuff. I open up my bottom of my toolbox, and it's just an entire bottom box of bolts, just bolts and nuts.
Spare parts, bro.
Spare, yeah. I was like, my manager is sitting there, and he is like flabbergasted and blown away, terrorized. He's like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just leftover bolts, and stuff that I had." He's like, "Oh my God, get out!" Like, just leave. I'm not supposed to have that. Like, what? So,
dude, his father was a mechanic. His father was a mechanic. His brother was a mechanic.
My three uncles on my father's side were
mechanics.
Yeah, everyone's. But my dad and I did not have the same personality, so I should not have. Like, my dad was a very attention to detail. Everything. He became a general contractor. He loved doing crown molding. He brought me there one day to do crowd molding, and said I was there for 20 minutes, and he's like, "Get out, please! Don't ever come back here." I was only there for demo after that.
How did firefighter come up? Where did firefighter come from?
So a buddy of mine came up to me, and he was like, "Hey, I just went to EMT school. Down here, you have to be an EMT."
Oh, you got to get your classes and stuff, right? And then all your certifications, and then you go apply for a job. Is that how it works?
Yes. Yeah, okay. Very rare. There's like a couple major departments that will sponsor you or allow you to come in as a like do a civil servant test, that kind of thing. But yeah, I went to EMT school and I fell in love with it, man. I was like, this is amazing. I love this. Like, I love the human body. I thought it was really cool learning about that stuff. And then I went to fire school, I went to paramedic school. I thought that was cool as well. And then fire school is where I truly fell in love with it. Like, there's just something, I know we all hate EMS in some way, shape, or form, but there's just something about learning about the human body that's really, really cool. But fire school was just that raw testosterone, like, amazing stuff. So
yeah. And now, is that the first department? What other departments did you put in for? Because you're down in South Florida, right?
Yeah. I got hired in 2008. It was the absolute worst hiring freeze in our history that I know of. I applied for my current fire department and got picked up in about 6 months. So I got super lucky. Graduated fire school on, it was November, and I was on the job by June 18th. So it was amazing. But I mean, I was also in between applying for other fire departments because I wasn't picked up yet. And one of them was Orlando. And Orlando, they were hiring about 80, 100 people, and they had 5,000 applications for it. It was just insane.
Listen, it wasn't luck, bro. When they see talent walking in the door, they know. They're like, boom. Boom!
You're my man.
You're good.
My man. Yeah.
Look, bro.
Oh man, the super chats are rolling in. They're saying Jamie Merlino is asking, "Do you think Lou is starting to look like Lieutenant Martin Castillo from Miami Vice?"
Ooh, no, but he does look like a Backstreet Boy. To be yes.
Yes. We kind of determined this, and I have proof now. Hold on.
How do you have this ready? Oh my God, dude!
We got it, bro. You did it, man.
I'm just gonna say this, bro. Tomorrow, I'm telling you right now, when I see every picture of me on that stupid fan page, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm sending every one of it to you.
So whoever's gonna make the meme, just Google Backstreet Boys and go to images. Oh my God.
It's just, if you did a facial recognition search on Lou right now, that guy would come up, guaranteed.
100%.
I didn't even know the guy had a beard. I didn't even know that guy had a beard.
All right, and so another quick super chat coming in is from Wild Tech. Jason, what does your nutrition and fitness routine look like? How do you balance eating clean with the job? I could tell you guys that.
His new
he
wife.
Gets his meals handed to him.
She knows the routine. She's Megan's amazing. My wife, she cooks and she's incredible. And no, actually, funny enough, dude. We literally 2 weeks ago, we're both sitting there and we're like, we have gained so much weight, just traveling around and buying and eating out and that kind of thing. Honestly, I just my life, I've always just tried to eat somewhat in moderation. So try to eat. I always say eat the rainbow. Eat different color. It doesn't mean eat ecstasy or anything like that. Unless you share it. But
mushrooms.
Just eat.
Don't eat ecstasy.
No, just eating in moderation is always a good thing. Try to eat different colors. If you want a donut once a week, eat a freaking donut. It's not going to kill you, or anything like that. And then exercising, dude. I try to work out 3 days a week. Something, bro. Like just some kind of heavy lifting 3 days a week. Good for testosterone hormone, hormone balancing. And then go for a walk or run. I kind of do CrossFit and stuff. I know I'm a CrossFitter, but dude, I tell you, showing up, having someone go run, go do this, and I do that, and then I leave 45 minutes later, man, it just makes your life a lot easier.
Do you have a gym in the firehouse, bro?
We don't have we have some workout stuff there at the department or in each station, but I mean, I built my own gym here. I was in a national level Olympic lifter at one point in time, so I love lifting heavy. I think there's something about that. I know that's not trucky stuff, but but yeah, man. And just, dude, I tell you what, if you're working out, you're doing 100% more than the person sitting on the couch. That's pretty much my theory in life for that kind of stuff.
You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
nice.
dude, Riviera Beach, Florida. What's the department? Is it called Riviera Beach Fire Department? What is it? Yeah. What's the department look like? How big? How many? What are they running?
So, City of Riviera Beach, we have four stations, roughly like 75, 80 guys. Depends on hiring and stuff like that. But 4 stations. We have one truck, 3 engines, 4 ambulances. We call them rescues down here. But 2 and 2, we run on everything except for our truck. We have a 3-man. I know that's not New York. Like every time I go up there, they're like, yeah, we got 6 guys on here. It's nice. Jimmy just holds an axe. But yeah, it's cool, man. It's a small department, so we get, if you're on an ambulance, the one difference is so if you're on an ambulance, you're still fighting fire. So if you show up at the same time as the engine, then you're most likely grabbing the nozzle with the captain and going in. So no matter what truck you're on or vehicle you're on, you still get some kind of stuff. So it's a great department. We run a lot of great calls. We shooting, stabbings, a good amount of structure fires. So we definitely earn our money.
Is that where you started? Is that your?
Yeah.
Okay, so. What was it like when you first got there? Did you when did you catch your first job? Was it right away? Was it 5 minutes in, or
Dude, I tell you, my first call. I show up there. My first call. That's that guy that I told you about the ketchup. He was my training officer. He walked me around and fill the ice, do this, and literally opened up the refrigerator. Was like, "Don't touch my ketchup! I swear to God, I'll kill you." I was like, "You're a psychopath." But no, my first call was on it was a car accident. This lady it was a major highway, and someone T-boned her, and there was just blood everywhere. It was just insanity. We had an extricator, and it was nuts. My first experience of that, and I mean, true probie. I get out of the truck, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, should I put my gear on? And they're like, what are you doing, Proby? And I'm like running up, put my jacket on and everything. So,
it is so funny when you have no idea, like those little things that you don't think about. You know what I mean? It's so funny. Should I close the door, open the door? Should I, what do I do here?
100%.
Get the flares. Like, what am I doing?
But yeah, my first, I tell you, my first 5 years there it was nuts, bro. I don't know what was going on, but I've been there 13 years now, and it's still crazy all the time. You catch, it's like days, it comes in waves and stuff. But yeah, my first structure fire, man. My first structure fire was a kid who borrowed his mom's car. He was 13, borrowed his mom's car in the middle of the night, and was, doing what kids do, unfortunately, and drove it through someone else's house and set their house on fire. So it was a vehicle and a structure fire at the same time. That was, we got there fully involved. We put it out, do everything we're supposed to do. And we're all sitting out there doing overhaul. And the mom, you just see the cops kind of separating, and the mom comes walking up.
Somebody's going to get some whooping.
Yeah. Bad thing.
Now, are you on the engine, Jason? Are you in the truck, or does it rotate?
So it's funny. So I actually just got promoted to driver a couple weeks ago. So I was very happy. Greatest job in the world. So for us, when you first come on, you're going to be riding backwards for a little bit on one of the engines. So at my department, we don't have true truck companies. If you're on the truck, you have to know everything. So you got to be good at EMS. You got to know how to do some truck operations, and you got to be able to do, engine work as well. So we, for the most part, you're going to spend your first 3, 4, 5 years on an ambulance, and then you'll ride backwards every once in a while. But then eventually you're on an engine. So right now I'm on an engine, and then every 6 months we rotate. So I'll go to a truck and get to drive that. So
but you'll still drive, right?
Yeah,
you drive that shit like you stole it, or what, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
On 2 wheels. Yeah, bro.
290, drive fast, take chances.
Is it true that the rig gets more narrow the faster you go?
Yes, absolutely.
Look at Petey.
Wow, who is this guy?
Who is this guy?
He's been reborn hardcore. Look at you, bro.
Hey, Jay, you know what I wanted to ask you? I mean, without getting too far ahead, but just because we're talking about the guys in your department. So you got about 80 guys. With everything that you're doing and all the notoriety and everything that's happening, do you feel, how do the guys react to, like, do they feel like it's too much spotlight on them, or any of that stuff, or is there any jealousy, all that stuff?
No, so what's really cool is that it's really led into some incredible stuff, like the work I do with mental health and helping adopt families for Christmas in the area, which is something we're super excited about every year. With this year, we're going to adopt 17 kids. Like, it's really, really cool stuff. And we're actually January 5th, we are filming a TV show at my department, which is going to be very exciting. I'm super excited about that. So, but no, everyone's been super supportive. Of course, at first it was like, crap.
Yeah.
Is this going to be okay? Right, it's new. I ran it for about 6 months in the beginning, got a good amount of traction in it. And then we had just gotten a new chief, and this chief was going to do some incredible stuff for us, get us some much needed pay raises and some new apparatus and stuff. And we were getting ready to go to contract negotiations. And one of the guys comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, look, if you screw this up for us, I'm going to kill you. I just want you to know that." And I was like,
"Don't hold back.
I'll shut it down." So shut it down. And then about a year later, I brought it back, started to get a little more traction again. And,
you shut it down for a whole year?
Yeah, shut it down for a year.
Oh,
just 6 months for a year. Yeah, something like that. So,
I hate when we don't do this show for a week. Never mind. I couldn't. No.
It was the brotherhood and the boys and stuff. You always want to take care of them, and I don't ever want to screw anyone over. So
no, of course.
Yeah. So when I brought it back, the chief at the time was really cool about it, man. He goes, "Hey, look," he goes, I love what you're doing. He goes, some people don't like it, but I think it's really great. He goes, "But I'm going to tell you 3 things." He goes, "Don't do anything stupid. Don't ride on top of the ladder or anything down the street trying to make a video. Don't put the department in anything. I don't want to see it in any of it. And if you get fired, you did this to yourself." I'm like, "All right, we got a deal, man. That works for me." So he was totally cool about it. It's been totally fine. hit some bumps here and there, but I just had some pretty basic rules. Like everything's going to be PG-13. You know, I'm not going to like start doing anything political on there. It's just going to be something good for the boys and girls that are in the firefighting EMS, and you know, we'll all have a laugh. So.
Who the hell wants to do the politics anyway? More and more, like we keep getting inundated with politics. You turn on sports nowadays. You turn on any number of things. It's messaging in the shows. It's like integrated into the shows now. Like, you know, you turn on your favorite show and all of a sudden someone's going, boy, I wish I voted for so-and-so. So like, it's a nice escape. We try to pretty much stay away from politics here as well. So
I think it's smart, man. There's enough people out there talking about it. We can, you know, we can hang out on the other side, be like, that's great. All right, I'm gonna.
So some of the guys from the department, they're getting involved with like.
I was just gonna ask you, are those guys in your videos? Guys you work with? All of them?
Yes. In the beginning, it was. All the videos I did was that I was doing involved someone in my fire department or my fire station at the time, and it was great, man. They were like ultra supportive of it, very, very cool. But it got to the point where, man, you don't want to bother people all day. They were willing to do it, but it was like, you know, we got to do that take again. Like it was a little weird.
Oh my god,
you take 17.
Yeah.
I know.
I said
Mike. Real tears.
I know your pain. I got to pull the emotion out of these two all the time. You know? I get it.
But yeah, so I mean, they were super supportive, man. But you just get to a point where I just want to bother them. That's why I started playing other roles and stuff. But no, man, I tell you, over the last 3 years, especially with Fire Department Coffee, man, we have gotten some incredible opportunities. Like we'll go up to Illinois. We film. We just went to IFSI, the Illinois Fire Service Institute college or campus. They literally gave us the entire campus for 3 days. So like, whatever you want to do. You want to turn a train on its side and make it a video? Let's do it. I'm like, gee, this is insane. So it's been really cool for stuff like that.
Nice.
No, that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah,
Thanks,
no, and also I guess, I mean, oh, look who's frozen. Hold on.
Oh, Cougs is frozen. Good.
Oh, wait, there he is. He's starting to come out. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Am I frozen now?
I'll go home and get your fucking shit.
So, all right. So, you know, creatively though, right? Is it just like you're out on a job and then you see like the moment for first of all, I guess we should mention your channel, right? Like it's Fire Department Chronicles.
Everybody knows this channel, man.
Yeah, but come on, I know that, but you know, let's give the man some love here. So it's youtube.com/Fire Department Chronicles. He's only got 300,000 plus subs, so please go over there and help this guy out.
You know why?
This young whippersnapper. He's just coming up in the game.
His followers, his followers, maybe you can do the same.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box. Yeah. So like, I mean, I guess like, you know, how does that all come to you? Like,
how do you get the time off, bro? I mean, how do you get the time off to go all over the place? You take, or you guys to work for you?
No, I do vacation time, or I get it around my Kelly weeks and stuff. So because we do 24/48 with Kelly week every 3 weeks, so try to do it that way. But yeah, some vacation time. I do a swap here and there. You know, just trying to make it work and not like destroy my work life as well. I mean, because dude, for most of us, when you're on the job, it's an escape from everything else. Man. You just enjoy showing up there.
No doubt about that.
Can I talk a little shop with you?
Yeah, that's
all right. All right. So like, are you shooting like 2 and 3 pieces in one day? Are you guys knocking them out like that?
It depends. It depends. Most of the time, I'll have like a goal. I'll write a script. I'll have a pre-written script or something like that, or I figure out what I'm doing. So to answer your question, 90% of the things that I do or the characters that I play are me at some point in time. You know, like the different drivers. Like I was the guy that got in the first time and like honked the horn, like, or I was definitely the guy that was like my captain. Looks at me, he's like, you know, like you have to stop at stop signs. I'm like, yeah, the stop-tional, bro. You don't gotta stop.
Are you shooting it like on your phone, or did you get like a kick-ass camera? Like, what are you using? I'm out of curiosity.
Originally, I shot everything on my phone, and I'll still do that for, you know, like small videos or some TikToks, you know, reels, stuff like that.
It makes it easier to transfer the information.
Yeah. But now I have for my larger shoots, I have like an A7 III.
Oh.
Camera system.
Oh, look at Petey. Hold on. He's got an A73.
Oh,
24 frames. I got it.
Gentlemen, the A7S3, as we all know, has the larger sensor. So,
man, Pete just went 6 to midnight on that one, bro.
I've never done this before.
Nice, bro. No, that's good. Yeah, 'cause the quality of the video is awesome.
I love it.
Dude, this is better than him talking about the guns at the table. I thought,
my
I
God.
the 17. I put it on my slide.
I was hoping Jason was going to quote like the actual camera. Like
these two aren't gun guys. You know what I mean? They don't understand. They don't understand.
Time out, Pete. There's only one guy who's got a concealed carry here. That would be me.
That's true.
All right?
That's true. There's only one guy who has connections in New York like that. You know, but pretty soon we got a Supreme Court case coming.
So
anyway,
hold on.
we're gonna see his video. What is his video?
All right, so hold on. You want to show the video? We'll talk about the Chronicles first, then we'll talk about the coffee. All right, so let's shoot the video. We'll watch this video. This is the one that I've watched. I think it was absolutely hilarious.
Hold on, this is fantastic. Here we go.
Guys,
line secure.
Charge it up.
Yeah, this is why we charge the line at the front door. We don't wait until we get inside of the fiery building before we put water inside of the only thing that's keeping us alive.
There's dry.
We still got a water cannon and extinguisher.
We use those.
Oh, this is what we're supposed to use to keep us alive and put this fire out? How about the 1,000 gallons of water that's sitting inside of that engine right now? That might be good? No? No?
Be careful in there. We have limited resources, so don't get spray happy.
No, we don't have limited resources. We have a ton of water out in that engine thing, or that big compartment in the middle of the engine that holds water. So we could just walk out that front door. Ever think about that? Yeah, that's called fire, guys. And if you spray it with that water hose thing there, it goes away.
You can't see anybody from here.
Maybe behind that island.
We're not gonna get anyone out of here until we put this fire out.
Well, if they are alive behind that island and we keep talking instead of putting the fire out, we won't have to worry about saving them.
He's breaking the bottles. Do that. I'll go in there and get him. I'm gonna die. Get me out of here, please.
Cap, instead of going through the exploding red wine maze of death, why don't we just take her out the window that she's right next to? I mean, I don't know about you. I like to drink my Merlot, not be covered in it.
All right, ready to go. In, up, and...
Cap, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but I mean, we can break the window. It's right there. I mean, we do have the tools to do it.
Nice.
dude, that is freaking hilarious, brother. That is freaking hilarious.
Thank you.
There was one. I think there was one too, like right after that, with the green screen that you did with the blue flame or something, bro. I was crying.
Jesus, dude. I don't like.
How do people watch that? Like, how do they like? What the heck are they watching? I mean, it's incredible.
I mean, I get it. There's there's entertainment to it, and you got to have some drama and everything. And I get it for people that don't understand what they're dealing with. I mean, I totally get it. But for anyone in the service that has had any experience with any of that, it is unbearable. Absolutely unbearable.
What's the status Chicago Fire, bro?
First of all, I've
never seen so many good-looking firemen and firewomen.
Yes, yes. I mean, Jesus, dude. If I walked into a state, they all look like me, just ugly, ginger, bald dudes with red hair on their belly buttons. Like nobody's attractive.
Or a Backstreet Boy.
Not over there.
Yeah, or
a Backstreet Boy, Pete.
Backstreet's back.
I don't think I've ever watched any of those shows. Not one time. Never.
No.
No. Rescue Me.
They don't look like this.
Yeah,
they don't
look like that.
Oh my God!
Dude,
you started a revolution,
bro.
Jason. I just want you to know.
I'm gonna kill you, bro.
No, you know what it is. It's like that's why they have Station 19. Is that what that show was, or whatever the show was, right?
Well, the funny part is that my first ones that I green screened was 911, 911 Lone Star, and 911.
Yeah,
And
they're fishing with a big net for a huge audience. It's not for firefighters, you know.
No, but they like when I first did those, somebody wrote me and they said they made 911 because Station 19 was so like unbelievable. And I was like, what? Station 19? I looked that up. I was like, Jesus Christ, what is this?
Coal mine.
Sticky fire? Yeah. He's got a neck injury. Let's carry him to the backboard.
Yeah.
Whoops.
How about that collar, buddy? How about that collar?
Oh my.
They basically write the material for you, bro.
I swear to you, because the best one I ever saw that I was like, what is who wrote this? They were like, we got a fire inside, and the guy turns to her and he's like, you wanna baste the turkey? And she's like, yeah, we're gonna baste turkey. And the guy's like, what's baste the turkey? She's like, first we seal the structure up and we seal it inside. I'm like, that's not how firefighting works. We're not fire sealers, bro. We don't just seal shit in there. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So
that's some fucking writer.
So that's how you get all your content. You watch these cheesy shows.
Oh my God. Somebody wrote me one time and said, we were talking about the shows, and they wrote me and they said, hey, I happened to write for one of these shows at one point in time. I was like, please, I want to hear this. And he goes, the way they do it is they like write something, and it's like Jimmy walks into the wall and sees someone on the ground having chest pain. Medical is what they write there, and then they're supposed to fill in whatever that is. But I know there's a guy going, we don't say that, and they're like, do it anyways.
Yeah. No doubt about it.
It doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, why would you fuck it up with
turkey? Basted turkey is what I use with my old lady when I come up at night. Hey, you want to baste the turkey tonight?
Hey, me.
Hey, and she does the instant headache.
Oh!
Ow! Hi-oh! Yeah, dude. Awful. Fucking awful. But
so did you have any idea like this was going to be? I mean, obviously, you never, even for us, you never know how it's going to turn out. But I mean, how things have progressed is absolutely, to keep up with the content, it's got to be torture for you.
It's not torture. I enjoy it. I enjoyed that. Like so I love firefighting, man. I love teaching CPR. I love like all those things. It's just, different parts of me, the different passions. But I fell in love with like the act of like creating something. Like, I can't draw. My father is amazing at drawing. My brother is like a really cool artist as well. But like I was never that way. And then when I found filming, I was like, this is really cool, man. Like it's cool to have a story up here and then put it on into a video and it actually makes sense. And it made me have so much more respect for people that make like movies, because I invest maybe 2 or 3 days of my time putting stuff together and maybe like a couple $100. These people invest millions of dollars, and if it bombs, that's a problem.
They're bombing.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I always love when the armchair film critics, they watch like Game of Thrones and they're like, that episode sucked right there, man. Oh shit. And you see a freaking dragon, a blue dragon with fire coming out of his eyes. And you're like, what are you talking about? Like, sometimes stories take a turn and you get disappointed. It's okay to be like that, but to be like, that show totally sucked right there. And you're like, they're making a movie once a week. Can you imagine making a whole movie like once a week? A movie.
And that's why like I don't make fun of like, the show is what the show is. Like it's entertainment. I get it. You gotta, if there was a show just about firefighting and EMS, it would not be a very exciting show, because it would be showing up for a structure fire, 3 minutes of fun, and then 2 hours of overhaul, and that would just run the entire show. So like
in a place that you can't see anyway.
Yeah.
Bob, where are you? I'm right here.
Well, banging into everything, smashing.
I gotta be honest. That's the one thing you can't have a show with just a black screen and go, look at all this action.
Look at all this action.
I mean, I'll still watch Backdraft. I don't care what anyone says. I think
Backdraft is an iconic movie, bro. It doesn't have to be that.
And I want to green screen that so bad, but I literally I got the movie. I chopped up the pieces I wanted to green screen, and every time I go to do it, I'm like, I can't. Like I'm like so emotionally connected to this dumbass movie that I can't do it, bro.
Tim, did you check that door for heat?
Did the fire look at you?
Check that.
They've been running around without a mask on for 20 minutes, fighting fire, and then he turns to him and says, "Dig in!" Like, we should all be dead right now.
They were killing firemen for money.
Never forget this one.
Oh my God.
No.
And listen,
Oh,
you know what?
my
Somebody
face hurts.
posted one silly thing in the Good and Salty fans page the other day, and it was like Bull coming through the door with the kid in his arm, and it's like, did you check that door for heat, Tim? And then all the lines started. I got in on the act. You know what I mean? As a film lover, you know, like that's my whole passion in life, you know, and yeah, you can't knock it. It's an entertaining film. Freaking Robert De Niro when he's actually good, you know.
Easy, steady, Pete. Hold.
Then you're gonna do a ladder 43 though. Do with Travolta, bro.
49.
Yeah, Ladder 49 was Ladder 49 was like, again, like they're movies, they're good, and they weren't too far off. But you know, it is what it is, man. So for us, you fell in love with it. And I think with Backdraft, it was more about brotherhood. That was the entire thing. And I think 49 tried to do some more tactical stuff, I guess. It kind of show more of the home life and what the effect is on our wives and stuff. So either way, I mean, I've seen worse. So I've seen much worse. You know?
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, my face hurts.
Do you ever get up like in the middle of the night if a thought pops into your head and you gotta jot it down on paper before you know, like
no, dude, I sleep so hard, bro. I just nah. I've never like God, yes. Spraying people in the face with water. What I'll do is I'll like a lot of times I'll come up with an idea and we went out to IFSI, dude, and I wrote 12 scripts to go out there, and one of them was Murphy's Law, like what if Murphy's Law was a person, and then all these other stuff. So I'll create the idea of whatever it wants to be. Like I want to do a video about like what different positions brushing their teeth really looks like. Like the truckie is just like beating the crap out of his face. The engine guy is just super fascinated with water. He's just watching the faucet go up and down, that kind of thing. So, but like I create these ideas in my head and then I just try to expand outside of them slightly and have a good time. Like the training one, like every training I've ever been to has been exactly the same way. The instructor's trying to teach, the smart asses won't shut up. You got the know-it-all back there. Like, actually, the blue is the greatest hydrant out there. It's that 1,500 gallons per minute. Like, shut up! Nobody cares. We just want to get this over with. Like,
holy shit!
All right, so let's roll right into the coffee. How does the coffee come out, bro? When did that idea come up?
So I create Chronicles, and it's going well. And I put a video out. Because we are I'm in Florida, and we get hit by hurricanes all the time. So we're about to get hit by a hurricane, and they're going to put 35 of us in one station together. It's going to be a crap show, a bunch of firefighters, public safety guys, just all of us. It's just going to be a giant fart cloud inside of the station. So we're going to be hanging out, and I'm like, the only thing that's going to keep us alive, I do this video, saying the only thing that's going to keep us alive is coffee. And I put it out. And Fire Department Coffee, Luke Schneider is the CEO. He just started Fire Department Coffee about 6 months or so prior to me getting involved. He reaches out. He's like, hey, I'd love to work with you. And I was like, send me the coffee. I want to try it first. Sends it to me. I loved it, man. The stronger I made it, the better it tasted. So started to work together and great relationship. And now I'm the vice president and part owner. And, dude, we make high quality coffee for hardworking people, a whole bunch of different types, and 10% of all of our net proceeds go back to helping sick and injured first responders.
How much of a reach do you got? How many people are using your coffee? Like, give us a.
Dude, right now we're probably doing roughly somewhere between 700 to 1,000 orders a day. Like it's,
wow.
It's just, it's been insane, dude. Our growth has been absolutely nuts. And as you can see, our designer, Brad Flaherty, he is incredible with the way he designs stuff. But, we want to have coffee for everybody out there, but we still want it to be affordable. We have wholesale pricing for fire stations. So it's roughly 50% off what the normal pricing is. Yeah. You go on there, sign up for a wholesale. We, send you 6-pound bags of coffee. So, Good, dude. Good high quality coffee is something you should have at a fire station.
Yeah.
We all know.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt about
I'm
that.
wondering.
Firefighters are
I'm personally wondering how the Gettin salted caramel flavor is doing.
Mm.
Oh wait,
No.
you don't have that yet.
No,
No,
tell
yeah,
about the-
just laid it on there. Bro.
Mm.
My God.
Tell them about the
Just like-
flavor that you are coming up with.
Like right above the-
You were talking about a flavor in the pre-show. What's the new flavor? Isn't it salty?
Getting salty nuts.
Salty nuts flavor, bro.
we're doing one bag and it is just for Lou.
Actually, I think Lou likes tea bags better. A salty nuts.
Not bad, Coop. That's a good one.
That's good. That's good.
What the hell are you laughing at, Pete?
Oh, I don't know this.
Dude, that is a fucking sick picture, Jason.
Yeah, man, now, do we want to come out with we have like our Christmas blends and stuff, but like my personal favorites have been our spirit infused line. We have a line where we take alcohol, like our Irish whiskey or a bunch of different types. Yeah. So we infuse it into the beans. Then it retains the flavor. We roast it. It's alcohol free after that, so you can actually drink it at work and everything. But man, it's an incredible flavor. So really good stuff.
Kevin Malone in the chat is saying that we need to do the Backstreet Brew.
Oh,
it's always Malone. It's always
Malone's a funny bastard, bro.
He is a funny bastard. He always comes up with that line.
Apparently something.
Dude, I am a coffee connoisseur. When I was in the firehouse working at 24, 18 to 20 cups in a 24, bro, I would drink. It was insane.
dude, that's not a connoisseur. You're an addict. Like, you're not able to function. Like, your kidneys are halfway through the shit going, fuck!
So I try to go, ask my wife, I try to go cold turkey. I wound up in the emergency room, bro.
What?
Yeah, I tried to go cold turkey and just stop drinking all caffeine.
Oh,
I wound
no.
up oh, yeah, man.
serious?
I
When?
swear to God. This was a while ago. This was before I retired.
Okay. Not like recently.
Man.
Because
She goes, yeah, maybe you want to wean yourself off it and not just come off cold turkey. Yeah,
well,
so.
guys, you know what? We always talk about the Getting Salty fans page being one of the greatest places on earth. And very fast. My God.
Idiots.
Look at Chief Steve in the back. Chief
Oh my
Steve.
God.
That is the greatest thing
Oh my God. You
I remember that. I remember that.
You sick animals. And you're in the group too, apparently.
Look at that. I'm in, bro. You gotta have a ginger, bro. That is so
Holy
good,
shit.
dude. Oh my
All right, I'm
God.
sorry, but
Yeah,
that
I like
is
how
too
that put
much.
my brother, Jason. So you don't know my brother. He's 43 years and he's a deputy chief. He's on the right there. So they were kind enough to put him in there.
Yeah, we got to always include Chief Steve, especially since
Dude,
he's home
Cubes.
on injury.
Cubes, you look like you just took a hot shit on top of a Chief's desk with that face right there. I mean, just like, yeah, I did it.
Nada.
I did it.
Yep.
It was me.
Look
By
at
the way-
Pete has the straight the straight stare, like he's looking across the room at somebody.
No, I saw the girl in the audience that I'm going to sing to. You know what I mean? That's my move. That's my move right there. Yeah,
Hey,
actually, we respect Chief Steve so much on this show, Jason, that we have a puppet of him back there. That's right over Coobs' shoulder. There he is, and we make
Chief
up
Steve's
songs
puppet.
about him.
God,
So
I
I'll spare
love
you the song tonight, but
Hey, Coops, just question, and I hope you're not
Here we
offended by
go.
this. Can you put your head down for a second? All the way down.
What is he
love
doing?
your hair.
He's hanging
Looks
on.
great.
He's hanging
It's
on.
great. Just do it, bro. Just do it. Just.
I had it. I got a bad head, bro. I got a bad head.
I don't think you do. I think you have a
No?
beautiful head.
Oh, thank you.
You have a beautiful head.
wow.
Do it, Coobs.
Thank
Do
you,
it.
bro. Come on,
Just do it, buddy.
Come on.
I'll send you a 6-pound bag of fire.
Like I need that, right?
Get you right back in,
Jason,
baby.
you know what we used to call Coobs when he was a kid?
What?
Egghead.
Egg.
Egg.
We used to
Really?
call him Egg. That's why he's scarred for life from that. Back in the day. That's
Don't
what it
listen
dude.
to him. Don't listen to him. You have a glorious dome, bro.
Bald is in, man. Bald is in.
You
Do
got
it.
some nice shine on there tonight, bro. What'd you put on that?
You
bro?
know?
Yeah, I love
shine
it.
up a little bit before I come on here. It's good.
He knows
I
how to
lost
do
my
it.
hair at like 15, so I didn't have a choice.
Did you?
It was coming off.
And you were a ginger?
I was. I still am.
Yeah,
In certain places. Yeah.
I hear you. Only you know,
Curtains in the yeah.
yeah. The new old lady.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Does the carpet match the drapes, bro?
There's a couple bunch of drapes.
Yeah. So okay. So if you had to say, like, of all your videos, which was your favorite? What did you love to shoot the most, and which one do you think had the most? I mean, I don't know if it had the most reach, but like, what did you like doing the most as a creator?
Dude, honestly, like as a creator, like most recently, I really liked my "What If Murphy's Law Was a Real Person." I don't know if you guys saw that one yet, but
I did.
It was. I loved making that video, bro. It was just fun to just
How
in
long?
general to be out there.
Bring it
and all
up,
that.
Pete.
I'm gonna pull it up while you guys are talking. Go
That's
ahead.
my favorite saying.
We
bro.
talk about that all the time.
I
Murphy's
say
gonna show
Murphy's
up,
showing up, man. He's
Yeah.
looking for people to jump on every time. And if
Dude.
you leave your door open, he's walking in, bro.
I loved making like my sick mind wise. What if we had to try all the medications in the truck? Like I love that one, bro. Just because we used to have like you see these guys that used to have nitrous on their trucks. Like why don't you have nitrous anymore? We're like we had to test it every morning. Every morning we had to test it out. Stuff ran out real fast.
Give me a couple minutes, boys. I'll download
right,
Murphy's,
cool.
you know, but
Murphy.
keep it rolling.
Dude, that's great.
Yeah, that one was fun. I'm actually going to do a spin-off of that one just because it did really well. People enjoyed it. So we're going to find out what's because Murphy and Q, you know, they grew up together, and we're going to find out why Q is called Q and what it was like being a kid with them. So we're going to have fun with that one as well. So
I noticed you have Mr. Murphy on your website, as well as having him on you know in your video, the guy who plays Murphy. So who is Mr. Murphy?
Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, like who the guy who plays Murphy in your video.
Oh, that's me. You mean Q?
Yeah.
That's Q. No, Q. I'm Murphy. Q is firefighter Fenton.
I see.
So firefighter Fenton. Yeah,
Hey, Jason, let me get. What did your old man think about all of this, bro?
So my dad died about 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, thanks a lot, Q.
Ladies and gentlemen, the podcast tonight was brought to you by Sadness. And we'll join you at the next one. Thanks for coming. Thank you.
Coop's just shit on a birthday cake.
Unbelievable.
No, my mom loves it. She loves all the stuff. And the funniest part of it is like somehow like in like just the world of EMS and fire, this stuff has like made it out to my families. And my uncle was at a at his house. Something happened. He has. So I guess he was having a heart attack or something, but it wasn't anything major. So they go to the house. They get him. They're bringing him to the hospital, and they got his ID. And they're like, Steve Patton. Like, do you know Jason Patton? And he's like, yeah, that's my nephew. Just saying, like, yeah, that's my nephew. And they're like, VIP. So they like took care of him, bro. Like, they took care. I'm sure they would have done a great job either way, but like they were really good to him, man. And it was just cool to hear that kind of stuff. So
all right, well we have Mr. Murphy
I gotta
right
ask
here.
one more question.
Go ahead.
So all right, so how did you meet? You only married 2 months, you said, right?
yeah.
So did your old lady know about your fandom, bro, before she met you, or?
You know, you know who I am.
You know who I am.
You know who I am.
She actually, anyone you want to, there's only one way to piss me off, man. And it's if I'm with other guys and stuff and they're like, have you seen his videos? Do you know who this guy is? I'm like, I swear to God, I will punch you right in the junk, dude.
I'll throat punch you.
Just chunk punch. Like that's it. No, we met on. I was doing a video. I was doing a video about 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago. It was called highlighting women in the fire service. It was just like a cool piece for International Women's Day and everything. And she was delivering food to it. And I saw her get out of her car, and I'm like, that chick is really hot. So I had a little director's chair, and I was not doing any of it, but I jumped in there real fast, and I was like, guys, run around, say stuff to me, like, what do you want to do, Jason? I'm like, move that over there.
And a director's chair really has that effect, though, on people.
Yeah, dude. And the funniest part, the monitor wasn't even on. Like she started walking over, I'm like pushing the monitor the other way. Yeah, we met, dude. We hit it off. It's been amazing ever since, dude.
How
Yeah.
long?
Yeah.
How long
Yeah,
were you going out before you got married? If you don't mind me asking.
About 2 years.
Oh, all right, that's good.
You're
Nice.
at that age, you know, at this stage, come on, you know.
Mhm.
Does that mean if I don't get married, I'm going to die alone, or what?
Yes.
Homemade.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I know where we're
I
going
mean,
with that.
obviously.
I mean,
All right, so let's do
You
two
know
things.
that one, buddy.
I'm going to roll this video, but after that, I want to talk about some of your work with mental health. So that's super important to us on the show as well. So here we go. Let's see what Mr. Murphy has to offer right here.
And your name is?
My name's Murphy. Murphy S. Law. Some people call me Murph. I mean, you can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. Seriously, I'll destroy your dinner plans. I mean, ever since I remember, I've enjoyed mixing things up on people. I mean, you know what they say. Anything that can happen, will happen.
Yeah, my shoulder just started hurt.
Now I'm more of a passive chaos creator. My brother Q, on the other hand, that dude is a raving psychopath. He just sits around all day waiting for someone to say his name.
Man, it's been pretty quiet today.
Look, I try not to go too hard on people. I mean, unless you say the dumbest sentence in the world.
There's no way this day could get any worse.
Honestly, I think I'm helping first responders all around the world by giving them a little variety throughout their days. But in the end, I know all they really want is a little peace and quiet.
Nice. Nice.
Dude, that's fucking
nice.
awesome. How could this day get any worse?
There you
It's been really quiet. I'm like, shut up, man.
Yeah, please.
Someone said that too the other
Are
day.
you
Like
crazy?
that video comes out the next day. I go on shift. Like we go run a call and we're like wrapping everything up. And the lady comes out. She's like, "There's no way this day could get any worse." I'm like, "Are you? You just want to die like that? Is that what's going on?" Like,
Oh, it can
That
get
is
worse.
freaking awesome, bro. That's a
thank
great.
you. Thank you.
To have
Thank
that in your mind, to come out with that, that's incredible stuff, man.
you. I appreciate it.
The acting is
Thank
on
you.
par too, bro. I love it. Look at you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
No
I appreciate
classes.
it, man.
That's all
Well, yeah.
natural, huh? That's all natural.
Yeah, I'll-
It does
I'll
come.
self-taught.
The more you do it, the easier it is, right? I mean, obviously.
I think that's what it is. And so at one point in time, because I've done like 2 commercials in my life where people came in and they actually it wasn't me producing them. And dude, I was like, I'm going to take a couple acting classes and just like kind of figure out how to do this properly. And let me tell you, you find out real fast how shitty of an actor you are when someone's telling you
Yes,
so like the best example, the person that's doing this with me is a friend of mine. And she goes, "All right, we're just going to go through some emotions. So I just want to work with emotions." I'm like, "All right, cool." She goes, show me like shocked, like you're shocked by something. And I was like, "Okay." She goes, "All right, go." And I'm like, and she goes, "No, let's Jim Carrey." No, like bring Jim Carrey out. You're not Jim Carrey.
Show me a shock now, bro. What's a real shock? Give me a shock now.
Nice one, Louis. Nice.
Like grab the wire.
Yeah. Oh man. No, but it's been, all this stuff's been fun, man. And I got to I just started shooting this shot the first half of this TV show with this guy Bobby Burke. He was in Rescue Me. He's on the Special Victims Units, the SVU, like all this stuff. He's been incredible.
Is he a fireman in Fire Island, bro? In Long Island?
Yes, Bali, dude. The nicest dude I've ever met in my life.
That's Thor Johansson. That's the guy we had on. Not Thor Johansson. Who's the other guy we had on? We were making fun of him from 114 Truck. Come on, dude. It's the other guy, like a name. It's like a Swedish name he had.
Jorgensen.
Yeah,
Jorgensen. That's his buddy, Burke. Burke's his buddy.
Oh, is that his buddy?
Yeah, dude. I tell you, like, you'll never meet a more humble guy. And he's been a volley for 20 years, captain and he's captain. He's been 20 years. But this guy talks about the job. He doesn't give a shit. He's like, "Yeah, I'm an actor." but this is the job. Like, he actually cares about it. Like, it was
Right.
just super cool to talk to him
The
about
job
it,
of
man.
being an actor, you're saying?
No, job like being a firefighter.
Oh,
He's like,
okay.
He's like, I love being an actor. I love being an actor. I mean, he's like, that's I'm good at it, and he is, but he's super humble. But when he talks about firefighting, he's like, no, I don't mess around. Like, when I'm there, we're training, we're doing everything we're supposed to do.
Right.
Like, we're gonna be good at the job. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your show going to be about, bro?
So it's just going to be about like the real side of firefighting and EMS, and like I'll be narrating the calls that were going on, like trying to show educational for the public, but also fun for the guys. And we're going to be at our busiest station that runs about 20 to 22 calls a shift. So we'll get some good action on there, and hopefully some good structure fires and stuff. So
You're going to get this funny part in it too? Is that in there? Is that you bring that in there?
It's so hard, bro. It's so many people watch me on Live Rescue, and they're like, "This is bullshit. You weren't funny." I'm like, "What was I gonna do? That guy that's in that car accident, be like, hope you don't die," and then like go out of frame, like.
All right. Somebody was asking.
You step out into this world, you can't make everybody happy, right? I mean, in the end, so that don't matter.
I gotta ask you, like, so the internet is a horrible and wonderful place all simultaneously. We focus on the positives, and I've done other things internet based before this show. You can get a lot of crazy stuff thrown at you. You know, some of it really negative, most of it resoundingly positive. It makes you you're like, wow, man, that was really nice. Like, especially with our audience. But what's some of the craziest shit that's been thrown your way via the DMs or the internet or just, in general?
If people, thankfully, and just the whole negative thing, best thing I ever heard about that was someone said, hey, if you had $100,000 in the bank and you looked in the bank and someone had stolen $1 from you, would you spend the other $1,000 in order to get that $1 back? Probably not, right? And that's the way people look at negative comments. Like, one person comments negative, but you got 10,000 positive. People that's it. I was saying on the salty fan page, there was one guy who's like, does anyone else find this guy to be a complete tool? And I couldn't comment. It wasn't letting me. I was like, yes. Like, what a piece of crap. Not the first person to say it, won't be the last.
Can you tell a story about the shoes?
Shoes? Oh, yeah. So,
this is so shameful. Why'd you do that, Cubes? All right.
I get this guy who's like, it was one of those, like, that it pops up on my Instagram as a direct message. And he's like, hey, man, what size boots do you wear? And I was like, this is already starting off weird. I was like,
yummy.
Like maybe it's a language barrier. Like, I don't know. So it's just weird. So I was like, where? I said, why? And he's like, I just want to know. I was like, I wear size 12. He's like, send me a picture of your feet and you masturbating. I'm like, Jesus Christ!
I knew that was going to happen.
Delete that. Prank caller.
You found out. See, Pete, you found out anyway. See?
Hey, Jay, is that your buddy, the guy, the Q?
Oh, Fenton?
Yeah. Is he in your station?
No, he actually works out in Arizona. He works out in Arizona.
Was that the guy who did the I'm salty and I know it? Was that the guy who did the video? That was him, right? I can't tell because he looks like a baby in that thing. Now he's catching up to us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been in the game since 2002, I think it was, or like 2000 something. Like he was like the original firefighter guy doing stuff out there.
I remember watching that video. Yeah, that thing had a ton of the sticker, you know, like all that.
Yeah, dude, amazing, like so good. He had another one called Say Anything But Station 2 or Say Something But Station 2, which was just all about please don't send me to Station 2, which dude, for us, Station 2 was a station you never wanted to go to. So it was really cool. I got into this, and then he and I end up starting to work together now. Now he works with Fire Department Coffee with me as well. So
that's cool. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah, super, super, super nice guy. And we were at FDIC, and we're hanging out, and people are coming up saying, what's up? And I personally got a lot of joy out of this because when I first started, I had a shitty Australian accent that was not real. So I had to like break it to people when I meet him in person. Well, his mustache, you can figure out whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
And when people would come up to him and FDIC, they're like, "Hey, Fenton, I love you, bro." And they would literally get this close. They're like, is that mustache real? They're like looking under his mustache. And I'm like, this is so good.
Oh my god, that's freaking classic.
So,
Oh my god.
That was definitely awesome.
Can we so we know that how important mental health is to you as well, right? And not to take a turn towards something serious because we're having such a good time, but I mean, I think it's an important topic. It's something that we really value. A lot of our guests talk about it as well, and some people that we know struggle with it. So, can you talk to us about what you're doing with mental health?
Yeah, man. So when I first started making these videos, like people would reach out to me and they're like, "Yo, they helped me out so much." The first one that I was like, "Oh, like this is actually doing something." Guy reached out to me on Snapchat. And he's like, "Dude, send me a picture of your feet." No, I'm kidding. He reached out to me on Snapchat. No, he reached out to me on Snapchat. He's like, "Hey, man, I want you to know we went on this really bad calls, like bad MVA, like a couple dead kids, like really bad stuff." He's like, "We got back to the station and we are like trying to process this, and someone pulled up one of your videos and we all start laughing, kind of broke like the silence and broke all the stuff going around, and we were able to talk about it." And I was like, that's awesome. So over the years, you know, I struggle with my own issues at one point in time, and you know, at one point in time I was suicidal and it was really bad, and I ended up going to get therapy, which really helped me. But what I found was that these guys reaching out to me. They're like, I need help. Like, where can I go? So I started working with Banning Treatment Centers, which is incredible, 15 facilities across the United States, and they're really, really good at what they do. But man, guys and women in fire service, they just got this thing where they're like, you can't talk about your feelings. It like makes you like you're a big wuss if you talk about your feelings. I'm like, that makes absolutely no sense. Like, dude, it's just as normal to cry as it is to laugh, as it is to be angry and all that fun stuff. So my big thing, man, is I tour the United States now, and I do speeches. It's about 45 minutes called How to Hug 101. It is a very basic, like, understanding of, dude, talking about your feelings. Mental health is the basis of all types of health. So if you have good mental health, you'll be good at everything else. And biggest thing I always say to people is, people don't want to be mentally vulnerable. They don't ever want to be emotionally vulnerable because it's it's a real shitty place. And firefighters or first responders a lot of times will be like, yeah, you can't. No, don't do that, bro. But if you tell someone that they need to train harder, they need to be vulnerable physically in order to get better and faster and stronger, they'll be vulnerable all day long. But if you tell someone to talk about the feelings, they're like, nah, man, I'm not doing that, bro. Yeah, what's going to happen, man? I'm just going to be a wussy immediately. I'm going to start crying on calls. Like, no, that's not the way your brain works, but all right. So, it doesn't have to be so complicated, man. People make it super complicated talking about doing this. Like, this is what mental health is just talking about what's going on, you know?
Yeah, man.
We had a bunch of guys when the counseling unit, and you know, obviously after 9/11, that's kind of when it all started. I think we've talked about this, but they have a bunch of old timers who are retired from the FDNY, and they come. They're big with the counseling unit, and they come, you know, to the firehouse every whatever it is once a month. If you're working that day, you know, they'll just stop in and it's basically this: they get a cup of coffee. It's not like they're getting you in the room and cornering you and starting to ask you, you know, ridiculous questions. It's just exactly what we're doing. How's everybody doing? They tell a story about somebody, you know, maybe somebody who's, you know, drinking too much in one of the other firehouses. They don't tell you who or where, but they're like, listen, this guy's run into a little bit of a, path, but he came out to the counseling unit. He contacted the counseling unit. They took him offline, and he's getting the help he needs. And, you know, if anybody gets into that, you know, and that's how cool it is. You know what I mean? And that, to me, I always gave those guys respect because you know how it is. It's not like, for exactly what you said. It's not easy to go into a firehouse with 20 guys or 10 guys or whoever, you know, and talk about that stuff like for exactly the way you said it. You know what I mean?
What they do too, Roof, is that I figured it out when they would come. They have a tendency to just hang out and mill about and just walk around, and it makes it more comfortable for a guy just to, you know, if he's in the back of the firehouse, come up and say something to him like, hey, you know, can I talk to you? So they intentionally just hang out, drink coffee, mill about, you know, making it the guys feel like it's okay to approach them. You know, it's really a great tactic.
Well, they give everybody a card too, so they make sure if you get that card, hey, listen, if you need anything, don't hesitate to call me.
Yeah.
And you know, same thing with Travis, right? He was talking about that. That's he does. You know, he's going around doing all that stuff too. And
Travis Housey.
Yeah. He was on the show.
Funny guy too. Yeah, what a nice guy, man.
Bro.
Yeah.
Super
He
nice
texts
guy,
me. He probably sends me a text every couple of weeks saying, "Hey, thinking about you. Hope everything's all right." You know, same type of thing. You know, I know he's on a farm somewhere down south, but
I'll just hit him up out of nowhere. Say, "Yo, what's up, fart face?" And he'll say, "All right, what's going on, man?" You know, it's something simple as that. You know. But we are actually going to do like a 2 or 3 part series on mental health. We got a whole bunch of people coming together. We're going to structure something. We're going to do like a 2 or 3 part series on mental health. So that'll be good.
Dude, I tell you, man, you know, people want to fight it, bro, but talking about what's going on in your head, it's a mental relief. It makes you better in every other way, shape, or form. And it makes you a better, well-rounded human, dude. Like there's nothing wrong with it, man. But what happens is people try to suppress thought processes or suppress bad things that they've seen. Your body doesn't understand that. Your body has one thing. It wants to survive. And if you're ever bored, just look up what true PTSD does to your brain. Eventually your body, you're so stressed all the time, your body has physiological changes. It'll shrink your frontal lobe so you don't have emotions. You're not able to express emotions or understand consequences any longer. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. That's what's great is people are like, nah, man, if you can't do it, you can't be in this job. Like you're gonna drink a lot of Jack Daniels in your future.
Is that frowned upon?
In some contexts, yes. Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's a really important thing to us. And I got to say, just from my experience, right? Like I get a lot of contact from the show. And you get a lot of guys who are like, "Hey, man, you know, hearing that guy talk about that last night was so awesome. We got a dude in our chat. This guy, Mikey Milner, he's big on mental health. So you know, it just
he is. That's right. You're right.
When you bring it out, and you guys go, man, your show, it really helps me. I feel like I'm back at the firehouse. I can talk to people about things, you know. So I'm really proud of. As silly as it sounds, we're in no way mental health counselors, and we're not asking to be. If you guys need help, get some real help, not us knuckleheads. But, you know, in any way, shape, or form, you know, if you need help, reach out and get it. We love you guys. We don't want to see any of our audience, you know, going through hell, you know. No. And I think it's a great approach to comedy, and I think it's really great that you're out there doing that, man. Really, it's important. It's important.
I appreciate it, bro.
I mean, we've even had Coobs in the corner there. He's our funniest guy. He's like, you know, out there, and he's had his own issues that he talked about on the show. And that was one of the most moving moments. I didn't know this shit before he fucking breaks it out on the show because he's a maniac, you know. But like he breaks it all out, and you know, guys,
he ain't lying
with some shit.
Yeah.
Guys,
no, but I love that, dude. I tell you, that's what it's about, man. And I tell people, you know, at work, bro, three biggest things you could ever do for any guy at work or, you know, any dude that you're dealing with, period. 3 biggest things, man. Validate, bro. So when they tell you something, just go, yeah, that's messed, you know, oh, dude, that dead baby, holy crap. Yeah, that is messed up. Holy crap. So validate so they don't think they're going nuts. They don't think that they shouldn't feel that way. You know, listen, just listen to people. Just literally listen to what the hell they're saying and stop judging people, man. Because the people who judge, one thing I've learned in life, people who tend to judge other people a lot, it's very self-reflective. It's just them, you know, looking at other people. Right. I am really jealous of people that can't get that can get a tan. Like I can't tan, so I make fun of people all the time. Like,
shit.
Just look at Lou. Lou is a tan, bearded, attractive man.
Yeah, he's a backstreet boy.
So I'm gonna tell you. So Jay, so my one of my best friends, I play golf with him all summer. I go hunting with him. He retired out of 93 engine in Manhattan, and he's a ginger. He's getting a little more gray now because he's a little older than me, so he's about 55. Yeah. But when we go out, he has, you know, what we have beer. You know, he always has beer, and right next to the beer, he's got the 50 or 75 or whatever it is, and he puts it like all over his face, and he looks like a cupcake. You know what I mean? Like he's got stuff hanging all over him. Like, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, what do you think? I'm like, you freaking giddy bastard! I got to put stuff on. I'm gonna be.
That's funny. Yeah.
Now, Jay,
yeah,
what
we
is
don't have
that?
a choice.
What is that other thing you were talking about where you adopt kids? What is that, man? That interested me.
So yeah, so every year, my daughter's 6, and about 5 years ago, we were sitting there hanging out, and I was looking at her, and I was like, I couldn't imagine my daughter going to school when she's a little bit older, and like hearing kids talking about how Santa brought them all these gifts, and them being like they didn't get any gifts for Christmas because their family couldn't afford it. And I could never imagine a kid being like, well, I guess I'm not special. I guess like I don't get that because I'm not special. So I said every year I'm going to take, I'm going to adopt 1 to 2 families, and I'm going to buy all their kids Christmas presents, but I want it to be like the baddest Christmas they've ever had. So I find 1 to 2 families. I go to Boston Market. I get them like full dinners so the families don't have to cook. And then we get the kids Christmas presents. We fill them up. And dude, this year we're lucky, man. We're going to do 17 kids. It's
Wow.
be insane. Yeah, it's just going to be so much fun, man.
Dude, you're like the real Santa Claus, bro. Good feel, man.
And that probably makes you feel better than everything you're doing. You know what I mean?
100%, dude.
No doubt about
100%.
it.
Yeah. And I don't want I'm real bit like we'll take a picture with the family because they like to do that, but like I don't want news channels showing up, man, because I don't want to embarrass the families. I don't want them to feel like I'm trying to like make money on them or anything like that. But yeah, dude, I tell you, it's an incredible feeling to walk in there to see like a Christmas tree and just fill it with Christmas presents, and like the mom is like, or the mom and dad are like, thank you. And I'm like, dude, whatever. I would do this with, if I had $1 million in my bank, I could do it with, I would do it, man. Cause it's the right thing for kids, man. Kids deserve it.
Wow. That's really awesome, bro. How do you find the families, man? How do you
that's the hardest part, dude. I tell you, that's the hardest part, man. What we normally do is we go to the city. We say, hey, this year we went to the Boys and Girls Club, said, hey, do you have any families that need help? And they normally, just from watching or seeing, they'll say, hey, we got this too. With this year was fun because I had a family of 3 at first, and talked to the mom. We're showing up the fire truck. We got the truck, so we're going to have Santa Claus in the front on the bucket, coming up front. So, but she calls me back and she's like, hey, can I have my grandkids too? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, man. Let's have the grandkids in there too. So, and then we got another family of 7, and then another family of 5 as well. So it's going to be cool, man. We're very excited.
You, bro. Great job giving back, man. Really.
Thank you. Thank you.
Firemen do, bro. That's what the brothers do.
Bro, I tell you, man, I'm not the only one. I know there's a lot of people out there doing it, so it's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Maybe
and that's why I'm such a tool.
You beat me to it. I was just going to say. Stole my line, man.
Sorry, we're on the same wavelength.
I knew that was going to be the case when these two worlds collide.
I swear to God, bro. I was just going to get that. Wow, you
dude,
really
all we need is the Coobs to shave his head, and it'll be like, then we could say that famous line, Petey. Why don't you 2 guys put your heads together and make an ass out of yourself?
Hey, mamma mia. Hey, yo. That's crazy.
Very funny show, bro.
Yeah, freaking.
So you got anything that you want to talk about before we go to our next segment of the old school tip of the day from Jason?
Nah, man, that's it, dude. You guys are incredible. You guys, I've been on many podcasts, and I can say this is definitely, I think this is my favorite, bro. So you guys,
wow, we are we say we're the self-proclaimed best firefighter podcast. There you go.
Look at Jason. He's like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you men are crazy.
Yeah, these guys are crazy.
No, do me a favor. We're at Indy, right? After you got the mile high, long line, just send them over on with a couple of them. Help the brothers out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, go on over there.
I got it.
We'll do shots with them. See, that's the difference. You know what I mean?
Are you going to India this year, bro?
Oh yeah, we'll be there.
Right, man. All right, dinner's on Jason. Yeah. Love it. Yeah.
So are we? We'll be there. I'll be there. I'm going to be there this time around for sure.
You're full of shit. All right.
No, I'm going this time. Shut up.
All right. Old school tip for the day, bro.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the old school tip of the day. All right.
Old school.
It's yours.
Wow. Oh my God. There's so much space. So I'll make it short and sweet. one of the biggest things I ever learned, and I'll have to be serious for a second, but one of the biggest things I ever learned was that we all think that we're alpha dogs inside of a station, but most of us subscribe to something called the herd mentality. So whenever you're in a room and you want to speak up against something, especially when it comes to mental health, if you feel like we should be talking about something that we should be talking about, I can guarantee you that when you speak up, there's at least one other person in that room that feels exactly the same way. So speak about it, talk about it. We'll get to the end with each other. And remember, the goal is to get to retirement so we can all go over to Lou's house and
start a podcast.
And then hang out with those curtains and stuff like
yes,
that.
Yes,
absolutely,
beautiful. Oh man,
nice
my
one,
face
dude.
hurts from laughing. Oh,
that was fun, guys. That was a blast.
show, man.
That was really good.
Nice.
Hey, what we talked about before, it's happening, man. I told you, sitting in this plastic chair long enough.
You are getting
swimming?
he's
Swimming?
getting
Nice
sweaty,
swimming.
getting the sweaty balls.
It's probably like 86
Some
and
would say
humid
it's
there right now,
salty
right?
balls.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, listen, now you could do the infused coffee without even having to do anything.
salty Dutch coffee right here.
The Gettin salty balls infused coffee.
Slap our logo on it and we're good.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Bag, baby.
It's a win-win. It's a win for everybody.
Do me a favor, guys in the chat. This gentleman's got like 380,000. Will you hit the like button and share it? Subscribe, for crying out loud. Tell him how to do it.
You guys,
You can find him at youtube.com/get.
No, he's got enough. Hit on.
No, I'm going to hook him up. Fire Department Chronicles. And also, guys, Fire Department, departmentcoffee.com.
Oh,
These guys up, man. Take care of
Hook
them,
him up.
man.
Great
Yeah,
job,
man.
guys.
We're
Guy
all
that
in
gives
the-
back. Love a guy that gives back.
We're all in the same space here, in the firefighter YouTube space. So
Louis gets
this brother up, man.
Louis gives back street, boys. All right, Pete, take it out.
I'm
Pete.
telling you right now, I'm gonna get your phone number from Coops. I'm calling you all day tomorrow. I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna be texting you shit all day tomorrow.
Oh my god! All right. Well, listen, really. So just hang with us, Jason. When we go off the air, I'm gonna just do our shtick here, guys. If you're watching us here, you should also be listening to the audio version on this podcast on iTunes Podcast, Spotify, or wherever fine audio podcasts are found. Guys, it's free. Like, subscribe, share, as well as liking, subscribing, and sharing again here on youtube.com/Gettin Salty Experience. Also, if you're on Instagram, find us at Salty Dog Inc., where Mr. Refrano is locking it down with salty fire photos. But I think we might have to do a dedication, like the best meme that comes out of the show tonight. We could probably post it, I think, on the at least in the stories. You know, Louis.
I'm gonna
maybe
tag.
tomorrow.
I'm tagging coffee. I'm tagging everything. I'm tagging everybody.
We're tagging salty balls. We're tagging it all. Everything. It's all going down tomorrow. And tomorrow is D-Day for this shit. Also, guys, you know how
suing everybody.
He's suing. Oh yeah. Well, hold on. Lou's going to say this tomorrow.
I was hurt at work today.
Very angry with
punitive damages that you're giving me. Me? Sue everybody.
I don't know.
Sue everybody. All right. So, guys, don't forget to head on over to GettinSaltyApparel.com, where you will find the coolest firefighter apparel and accessories in the game. That's how we pay the bills as well. Thank you guys for supporting us, and also thank you guys for supporting us in the super chat. Super generous, man. I mean, it is mega helpful. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that, guys. One last reminder to like, subscribe, and share, guys. When the show grows, you'll get this 5 days a week. But if it doesn't grow, I can't do this 5 days a week, because then I got to go out and show my skills out for the man. You know what I mean? Who pays? You know, I got a lot of.
Everybody wants the Chief Steve song done. Get on the Chief Steve song, will you?
Yeah, I got to revise some of those lyrics, but I will. He gets so mad. I can't do some of those. All right. Anyway, guys, you've heard it now a million times. Gettin Salty Fans page on Facebook. It's awesome. Okay. Head on over there where you'll find every meme in the world about us tomorrow, maybe even tonight. Gettin Salty Experience at gmail.com is where you'll email us any questions you have for our Q&As. We like that. So hit us there. And also podcast@gmail.com for the Cup of Joe and Fuego. That would be your helmet cam footage, your fire photos, your tattoo pics. We have the hottest wife contest going on. It's not a contest, but whatever. Send us those pics. The ladies seem to like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jason, that's Coop's podcast at gmail.com for the We're getting bikinis, brother. We're getting bikinis, bro.
The guys are sending the pictures of their wives in bikinis. Come on.
Too much.
Wait.
2 months.
2 months.
It's 0 after that. Then we'll do it.
I'm going for 2 years. That's good.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, you know the deal, guys. Shoot us your emails, and that is all the news.
Or pictures of your feet, your size 12 foot, if you want. I'll give them to Pete.
No.
All right, that's all I got. You got no shout outs, Riffy?
No, I got nothing.
Oh, we might have to move the show to Wednesday, right? Did you talk to Mike Penna?
No.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, it's a work issue for me, so we might have to move it to Wednesday night. We'll let you guys know. Stay up, and we'll remind them all tomorrow on the Instagram and in the fans page by the end of the day.
If it is, it'll be Rescue 2 Mike Penna. Excellent.
Nice. I'm very
Hard
excited.
charger. All right, fellas. Jason, thanks for coming on, bro. Stay in the chat.
Appreciate it, guys.
Don't go anywhere yet. Funny time.
Any shout outs, Jason, before we get off?
It's Fire Department Coffee, Fire Department Chronicles, and Bandy Treatment Centers. If you need any mental health help, or hit me up in the DMs, I can get you whatever you need.
Beautiful.
Right.
Awesome.
He's the fixer.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Jay, nice talking to you, brother. A lot of fun.
You too, guys, man. I appreciate your time.
Thanks for coming on, man. Seriously, that was awesome.
All right, guys. You know what I always say? Courage is colorblind.
Boom.
See you at the big one, everybody.
All right, guys. Cheers, everybody. See you next week. See you at the next show.